Hello everyone, welcome to our virtual Varsity Board meeting. To those who may have never come to a Varsity Board meeting, to the parents and community members who are joining us for the first time, usually we do not have enough space for you. We have such a big board that we don't have room to invite parents and community members to our meetings, but today we do. So if you're joining us, hello, my name is Allison Meyer and I serve as the Director of Operations and the Varsity Board Coordinator at Cleats for Kids. To my Varsity Board members, welcome. I miss you guys. I know this is a hard time being quarantined at home, but I want to let you know that I'm working for you guys. I'm making sure that there are opportunities to get your service hours, to really get involved in our community and continue our mission of kids helping kids. So I want you to know that I'm still working for you, even from home, and that I miss you dearly. I wanted to take a quick moment of silence. This is a really important day in our state as we celebrate and remember the 25th anniversary of the Murrah building bombing. And I just want to take a quick moment of silence for those 168 Oklahomans who lost their lives on that day. Thank you all, and today is also a day where we get to remember the Oklahoma standard of service, honor, and kindness. And I am so proud to say that I see that lived out in our Varsity Board and all that you do to help your community, to help other kids. And I'm just so proud that you guys live that out in your day-to-day lives and are really proud Oklahomans and living out that standard. Now I get to celebrate some very important individuals. We have 36 seniors who have done an incredible job serving Cleats for Kids this year, and they have done thousands of service hours and done collection drives and really just are incredible leaders for our Varsity Board and for their schools. So we're going to celebrate those seniors and recognize them, and I've had them put together some messages so we get to know what they're doing after graduation and learn how many years they've served on the Varsity Board.
Hi, my name is Riley Richardson, and I've been on the Cleats for Kids Varsity Board for 4 years, and next year I'm going to SMU in Dallas.
Tyler Hart, I'm going to SMU next year, 1 year on Varsity Board.
I am Ashley Schwartz. I've been on the Cleats for Kids team board for 1 year, and I will be attending the University of Oklahoma.
Spencer Sims, I'm going to OU, and I've been on the Varsity Board for 2 years.
Hi, I'm Meg Tidholm, and I plan to attend Oklahoma State University in the fall, and I've been a part of Cleats for Kids this is my 3rd year.
Hi, my name's Abby Mitchell. After I graduate, I'm going to OU to play soccer, and I've served on the Varsity Board for 4 years.
Hello, my name is Katie Ross, and I have been on the Varsity Board for 4 years, maybe 5. And next year I will be going to Loyola Marymount in Los Angeles to be studying business.
Hi, my name is Grant McLean. After graduation, I will be attending OU in the fall, and I have been on the Varsity Teen Board for 2 years.
My name is Blake Miller. I've been on the Varsity Board for 4 years now, and I'll be attending Oklahoma State University in the fall.
Hi, I'm Meg McDaniel. I've been on the board for 4 years, and I'm going to OU next year.
My name is Sam Bass, and after graduation, I'm going to go to the University of Texas, and I've been on the Varsity Board for 1 year.
Hi, my name is Peyton Shears. I've been on the Varsity Board for 2 years now, and my plans after graduation are to go to OU and major in biology with emphasis in pre-med.
Hello, my name is Heidi Cook, and I've been on the team board for 4 years now. I also volunteer during middle school. Next year I will be attending Boston University, and I will be rowing there.
Hi, my name is Sterling Center, and I will be attending the University of Arkansas while studying physical therapy, and I've been on the Varsity Board for 4 years.
I'm Kennedy Maddox, and I will be attending Oklahoma Christian University next year, and I have served on the Varsity Team Board since freshman year.
Hi, my name is William Hoke. I am attending Tarleton State next year to play baseball, and I have been on the varsity board at Cleats for Kids for 4 years now.
I am Bella Trachtenberg. I've been on the Cleats for Kids board since middle school, and I plan on going to CU Boulder next year.
My name is Christopher Henty, and I have been on the Cleats for Kids board for 5 years now. And next year I'm going to Northeastern University to study electrical engineering.
Hi, I'm Rainey Hardberger. I plan on attending the University of Oklahoma, and I've been on the Cleats for Kids board for 2 years.
Seniors, you guys are awesome. I am so thankful to have led you on the varsity board, and I cannot wait to see where you go from here. As a reminder, I want to tell you, take Cleats for Kids with you to college. Tell people about what you did in high school, the awesome things that we're doing in our community. Start a collection drive. Write a paper about Cleats for Kids. Don't let this experience end in high school. Take it with you, and I hope that getting your feet wet in philanthropy, that you take that with you for the rest of your lives, and that you all continue to be involved, passionate, wonderful members of your community. We have started something new this year. We're going to give an award to our seniors who have done 4 years of service on the varsity board. So they've been on the varsity board for their entire high school career. I just want to acknowledge that you guys are wonderful leaders, that we appreciate your 4 years of service, and we think that you deserve a certificate and award for that. So we're going to mail each of you a certificate for your 4 years of service, and just as a thank you for all that you've done and acknowledging that you are superstars, and we are so, so proud of you.
Hi, my name's Katie Ross, and I'm co-president with Megan, and this is just a message saying how thankful and proud of you guys we are. You guys have done such a great job this year, and you guys have accomplished so much. And yeah, Corona kind of put a damper on things and kind of cut a little bit short, but that doesn't cut out all the great you guys have done. And I just wanted to say how thankful we are for you guys, because we could not do everything we do without you guys. So thank you, and keep up the great work.
Hi guys, it's Megan, your president, with Katie too, obviously. And we both just wanted to hop on here and say thank you for everything you guys have done. We're super, super proud of all of you, everything that we've accomplished individually and as a team board. You guys are all awesome. We know this year got cut a little bit short, but that doesn't take away from anything that you guys have done. And me and Katie both have confidence that you'll move on to do great things. We have been so lucky to be your presidents, and you guys really are awesome. Bye.
Now I get to introduce our speaker for this meeting. Obviously, if we were all meeting together in person, he would be there with us sharing his wonderful insights, but today we're going to do it virtually. So I am so excited to introduce our speaker, Mr. Tom McDaniel. Not only is he the grandfather of co-president Megan McDaniel, he's the current president of the American Fidelity Foundation and a wonderful leader, not only in Oklahoma City, but across our state. He truly believes what Oklahoma City is and can be, and is a wonderful advocate for all of the growth that we are seeing in our city. Sports has played a major role in Mr. McDaniel's life, and I cannot wait for him to share his story with you. So sit back and listen to this wonderful stories by Mr. Tom McDaniel.
They have a lot of great traditions at St. Luke's. One of my favorites is Easter Sunday at St. Luke's. They do something there that's really terrific. If you've never been there, even if, and let me add, the preaching's really great. Preaching is really great. But they do something there that I think is worth going by there sometime to do on Easter Sunday. They always end that service with the Hallelujah Chorus. And if you've been to St. Luke's, you know that they have this beautiful sanctuary. They have a pipe organ. They have a magnificent choir. They have an orchestra. And they invite everybody in the audience to sing. And so A few years ago now, several years ago now, Brenda and I were there one Sunday, on Easter Sunday. And at the end of the service, they began to play the Hallelujah chorus. And we all stood, and that particular Sunday, we had a grandson sitting between us. As the hallelujahs began to kind of reverberate all around that sanctuary, and as we kind of squeezed hands, I could feel the tears welling up in my eyes, much like I did when they were introducing me. And as we squeezed hands and listened to the Hallelujah chorus, it was just fantastic. And so after the service, this grandson says, "Papa, you really liked that music, didn't you?" And I said, "Oh gosh, I think it's so inspirational. I just think it's fantastic." He said, "Well, Papa, here in this bulletin, it says, after Hallelujah chorus, it says, G.F. Handel. What does that mean?" And I said, "Well, that stands for George Frederick Handel. He is the person that composed the music. So he is the writer of the music." And he said, "Well, right under that, it says, these numbers, it says 1685 to 1759. What does that mean?" He said, "Well, that means the years that he lived. He was born in 1685, and he died in 1759. And I could see the wheels turning. And he said, "Papa, that means he had to write that 300 years ago." And I said, yes, he did. And he said, "Papa, how do you do something that lasts for 300 years? Indeed, how do you do something that endures? How does something stand the test of time? How do good things, how do great things endure?" And it's that one thing that I want to talk to you about today. How does something really good endure? Well, usually it starts with a vision. Handel probably closed his eyes and he could hear a melody that no one else had ever heard. We know that great painters and great artists look at a blank canvas and they can see a sweeping landscape or a towering mountain or even a Mona Lisa that some of us don't see. My good friend Cecilia and I work on the MAP 3 projects, and we marvel and are amazed that the great leaders of our city, past and present, have the vision to put water in a dry riverbed, hoping that someday someone would row there. Someday someone would build boathouses there. Someday there would be a whitewater facility there. Someday Oklahoma City would be known as the river sport capital of America, indeed the world. Those same folks had the vision to build a downtown basketball arena when we didn't have a basketball team. Hoping someday that we would, Christine. Hoping someday that our thunder would come along and transform our city as nothing else ever has. And today, those dreams are still alive. I don't have to tell you what's going on downtown. If you drove down here today, you know there's a little party. And I'm authorized to just say, all your complaints should go up to Cecilia. We're in the middle also of building a downtown park, a 70-acre downtown park that will be available to kids that live in Oklahoma City for 100 years and well beyond. It will be the centerpiece of our city. It's great to be a part of. But for most of us common folks like you and me have to think to ourselves, I wonder how they do that. I wonder how Brett Bogert and his partners go into an empty shell of a building and they can imagine somehow or the other, Graham helping him as well, of course, go into an empty building and they see a stage and they see food being served and they see music and they see people singing and dancing, and we have the Jones Assembly. Vision. Vision. Well, for you and me, it can come even closer to home because we're always, the opportunity is there if we can but grasp it. And I use this example lovingly. Brenda and I raised 3 very active, very athletic guys, and we always had during those years a garage full of shoes and balls and bats and tennis rackets and gloves and that sort of thing. And I looked at that year after year, and all I saw was clutter. 7 years ago, Mark and Stacy walked through their garage, and they saw the same thing I've been seeing all those years. But they saw something more than clutter. They saw in that used sports equipment an opportunity for kids who could use that, but simply had no access to it. And on that day, in that garage, Cleats for Kids was born. And today we gather, all of us here, to celebrate the success of Cleats for Kids and to consider its future. And I take just a moment of personal privilege here to say this. All of our family, both sides gathered here today, are really proud of Mark and Stacy. They saw something the rest of us didn't see, and they acted on it. They are both blessed in many ways, but they are, it is really interesting to me that somehow they have this vision to lead and a heart to serve. It is a rare combination. It is a combination in which we all take great pride. Well, it has been an improbable journey for the past 7 years, from the garage to the grand ballroom of the Skirvin Hotel. It's been a bumpy road, but it's also been a road that has led us from a table in a kitchen with a few parents and friends trying to plan how they would send some containers to a few schools, to Under Armour backing a truck up at a warehouse that Jerry Gamble found for them and unloading 11,800 pairs of shoes. That, as you heard Stacy say and saw in the video, would benefit more than 100 Oklahoma high schools and would also furnish shoes for more than 9,000 kids just a month ago. It's been a long road. It's been a long road. One of the things that I would mention to you is that in that long road, there have been many lessons to be learned, and the best one is the one that they emphasized in the video, the power of partnership. You heard both Mark and Stacy talk about that. We still have those young parents and friends that were sitting around the kitchen table now, there are a lot more. There are a lot more. We have, well, you saw them on the video. All the partners at Red Coyote that was recognized here today, Fields for the Future, the Police Athletic League, the Oklahoma City Public Schools, the wonderful Thunder organization, on it goes. And I would suggest to you today that the future is dependent on our power to continue to build those partnerships in the days ahead. And I can tell you that will be a major goal. Well, secondly, the mission of Cleats for Kids is to serve people in need. It's a mission that's as old as the Bible and as relevant today as it ever has been. It is dependent in great measure on being able to have one generation extend a helping hand to the next, and the next, and the next. No better examples than in this room. The Bogert family, volunteer coaches, 3 generations. No better examples. No better examples than the McLaughlin family. Wow. They are transforming the facilities for the Oklahoma City Public Schools. Tim and Liz and their family. I just say this, generation from generation, one to the other. That's what it takes. And my friend Cecilia, wow, investing her life in the kids at Millwood High School. Example after example in this room. What we know is that Cleats for Kids are trying to make that example work. You saw all of the stories about the teen boards, the young professional boards, the Kids Helping Kids programs. We know that if we're to succeed, there has to be a connection from generation to generation. We know that where the need exists and the help can be brought, that there is an intersection there, and that's where Cleats for Kids has to be, at that intersection. Today, we know that there is no one more important to be standing at that intersection with us than that coach. That coach in whom the kid confides. That coach that observes the need. That coach who is willing to help. We know that that is the greatest connection between generations that we need. And it's available in the classroom, in the locker room, in the gym, on the fields. So today I offer a sincere word of personal and heartfelt thanks to the coaches that are with us today and those all around our city and all around the state who, like Cecilia, invest their lives in another generation. And I close with a personal story about a coach. This coach graduated from a small regional university a while back. He went to this small eastern Oklahoma town that hadn't had much success in football programs. And he knew he was going to have to get a lot more kids to come out if he was going to be successful. He heard that there was a new family moving to town. They had an only child. It was in the middle of a school year. They were told this kid was a freshman. And so on movement day, the coach shows up to help unload the moving van in front of a small white frame house. The parents said, we're moving in from a rural school a few miles away because our big dream is that our son can go to college. And they're not offering math classes that will get him admitted to college out at this rural school where he's going. So we're moving in here in the middle of the year. And they said, well, the coach said, well, can he play football? And they said, no, he's never played organized football. He loves basketball. He loves basketball. And the coach went out to meet the kid, and when he did, he saw a real tall, skinny kid. Seemed to be very lonely, very apprehensive about starting to a new school. But somehow that coach and he clicked, Michael, they're like you talked about. They clicked. The coach said a great way to get acquainted will be during the second semester. A lot of the guys that play football will start working out and they'll start throwing the ball around. And maybe if you could come out and join them, you could get acquainted and get to know someone. And he closed the conversation by handing this skinny boy a pair of cleats. You guys from Millwood High School would not have liked them. These were not the white, low-cut, shiny blue and white shoes that you like. These were black high tops. Dick Ogre, you remember black high tops? Well, these were black high tops. But to this lonely boy, they were magic slippers. Well, turns out the kid knows how to throw the ball. He learned a little bit about throwing the ball. By the time he was a junior, he became the starting quarterback at the high school team. They didn't do so great that year, but for his senior year, the coach says, if our team does well this year, and if you have a good year, you might be able to get a football scholarship to go to college. And his mom and dad were really excited because that probably wasn't going to be possible without it. Well, the year went on. The team did have a great year. They went to the playoffs for the first time in 2 decades. They got beat in the state quarterfinals. And the kid did have a good year. And sure enough, this coach kept good on that promise. He got him a scholarship to one of the small regional universities. And the two each went on their separate path. The coach moved up to bigger schools and better jobs. In the course of his life, he would win a couple of state championships. And ultimately, he would help hundreds of kids throughout his coaching career. Ultimately, he would be inducted into the Oklahoma Coaches Hall of Fame. And that young quarterback that had kept in touch all those years was there that night he was inducted. Well, the boy, he never turned out to be a great player, but he was good enough to earn the scholarship. He was good enough to become a starting quarterback at a small university and good enough to get to play basketball, be a starter on the basketball team at that university. Even more importantly, he got that education that his folks had dreamed about. Something else really great happened to him there. He met this really pretty girl from the Oklahoma Panhandle. They got married. Those two things became the foundation for every good thing that would happen to him for the rest of his life. 40 years later, almost to the day, the skinny little boy and the Panhandle girl went back to their alma mater as president and first lady of that university. First time in the 120-year history of that university that a graduate had ever been named president and first lady. Well, at this time, I know you guessed. That skinny, lonely boy that got the black high tops was me. I share my personal story with you today to emphasize only one point. When you help kids play, you give them hope. Hope inspires them to dream more, to do more, to be more. And when that happens, you can change their life. I know. It changed mine. It changed mine. So I ask you to take this thought home with you. You can only really fulfill your potential and destiny in this life when you help someone else fulfill theirs. Cleats for Kids offers us each in this room an opportunity to change young lives. If we do it, we will endure. Hallelujah.
Now I just have some really quick announcements for you guys, so make sure you listen up. First, Summer Kickoff 2020 has been postponed. Before you freak out on me, please know that the Cleats for Kids staff is working so hard to make sure that we still have opportunities for you all to get involved and to get your service hours. One of those ways is we're going to launch a virtual 5K in May. This is a way for you guys to get involved, to get some service hours, and to get active. So stay tuned in your emails for more information about that virtual 5K. Again, that will be in May, so coming up very soon. Another opportunity we have for you all is a campaign that we call #WhyWePlay. This is a way for us to learn why you guys play. Is it because you get to be a part of a team? Is it because it helps keep your grades up? Is it because of the life lessons you learn through sports? We want to know. So if you send me a video saying why you play, a very short video, just 10 to 15 seconds, super quick and easy, if you email or text me a video, you will get 2 service hours. It's a great way to catch up on some service hours and to help us with this really special campaign. I have another announcement. I know you all are probably wondering how you get credit for attending this meeting. Let me tell you. If you send me the word quarantine via email or text with your name, I will give you credit for attending this meeting. As a reminder, you had to attend 2 of the 4 big board meetings, as well as complete 4 service hours. Many of you are well on your way to completing those requirements, and I'm so proud of you. So thank you for all of you that have been on top of it. If you have questions about how many hours you have, feel free to email or text me. I'm more than happy to help you with that. With that being said, if you have questions or ideas during this time of things that we can be doing, email or text me those. Again, I am here for you guys and I'm happy to help however I can. To those parents and community members who joined us on this meeting today, thank you so much. Thank you for getting to be a little part of our varsity board today and getting to see a glimpse of what we do during these varsity board meetings. I can tell you that I am so proud of all the hard work that these students do in our community, and I can't wait to see what so many of them accomplish after this is all over. Thank you guys so much. Stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe. Thank you.